In this episode of the Boostly podcast, I am going to share with you your number one tool that you are going to need to cut down on your independence on Airbnb right now. Now, before we get started, my name is Mike Simpson. I give hosts just like you the tools, the tactics, the training, but the confidence to get more direct bookings. And when I talk about confidence, I talk about your property. In the clubhouse rooms that I've been part of all the many conversations that I have heard, one of the main kickbacks to not using or not relying on Airbnb has always been the insurance. The Airbnb 1 million host guarantee insurance, the brainwashing that has gone on is crazy. Now, I don't suppose you know this or knew this, but there are insurance providers specifically created for the hospitality industry. And I want to share with you my number one recommendation, and that is Guardhog/Superhog. The team, I know you will watch this. Hey, hope you're doing well. I've had the pleasure to get to know you all better over the course of the last 12 months. And you have been by far my number one recommendation. I'm going to do another podcast episode to break down the difference between Guardhog and Superhog, but go and check them out. Let me just share my screen. I'm on the Guardhog website now. So guardhog.com, go check it out. The simplest way to insure your home. The most easiest thing that you can do now is go to Guardhog, click on contact us and get in touch. Now, the main reason being that I recorded this episode again is that I know full well that there are a lot of people every single month going into Google and typing in best Airbnb insurance. There's people now that are realizing that it doesn't have to be just on Airbnb to get your host guarantee. And again, I always state this. How easy was it for you when you tried to put a claim in with Airbnb? It's impossible. So again, you have to start utilizing these services like the Guardhogs, and I'll talk about Superhog another day. But it is so essential to do so. Even if you don't use Guardhog, because there are other insurance companies out there. The most important thing to do, if you're 100% reliant on Airbnb right now, is to do this, is to go and look elsewhere. Go do that search on Google and go find someone for you. Now, Guardhog and Superhog are obviously based out of the UK and Europe, but they are a worldwide organization. And I get, like I said, I've got to know Humphrey, Leo, and the team really well over the past year, and I thoroughly recommend them. They always have so many people at their booths when you go to events, and that is always a good sign to me that they've got a good group of people, and the customer support is fantastic. So do go reach out. Again, this isn't a sponsored video. This isn't an affiliate video in any way, shape, or means. I just wanted to introduce hosts that didn't realize about this to Guardhog and Superhog. And this is where I throw the podcast over to you. Are you a Guardhog or a Superhog host? Do you use their services? If so, please leave your feedback below. So as always, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the daily podcast. I will be back tomorrow with another episode where what I want to do is I want to try and break down the difference between Guardhog and Superhog. But until then, thank you so much for tuning in. Please do me a massive favor and share this video on your socials. What I really want to see this being shared in is any Airbnb group that you are maybe a part of on Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever that may be, or on Reddit. So hit the share button, whether it's on YouTube or Instagram or LinkedIn, or even if you listen to the audio, hit that share button, post it in, and let me know once you've done it. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode of the Boostly podcast. Until then, stay awesome, be proactive, don't be reactive. Let's go get some direct bookings, eh?
Having a blast, gonna get it on the Boostly podcast. Boostly like Bruce Lee, cause it's so hard and the T is loose leaf. Making up those rhymes, don't write it, just do it loosely.